Welcome to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we explore the top 3 rare United States of America 5-cent coins that collectors truly value. These nickels come in different conditions and various mint marks, and each small detail can make a huge difference in their worth. From scarce early designs to rare minting errors, these special 5-cent coins continue to stand out in the world of numismatics. So take a closer look at your own nickels. You might be holding something far more valuable than you think. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1974 without a mint mark. This nickel, especially in black or dark tone condition, carries with it decades of history, circulation, and environmental exposure that transformed its appearance into something uniquely striking. The 1974 nickel belongs to the long-running Jefferson Nickel series, which began in 1938 and remains one of the most familiar designs in American pocket change. Even though the 1974 issue is considered common, every circulated coin tells its own story, especially those that show unusual coloring or aging effects like the one we're looking at today. On the obverse, we see the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. His side profile portrait has been used for generations, creating a strong connection between American history and everyday currency. Even in darkened or black condition, the raised features of Jefferson's face often remain visible. Above the portrait sits the word Liberty, written in a script-style font that adds elegance to the design. Next to it is the date, 1974, marking the year your coin was minted. Because there is no mint mark, this nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the primary production site for many regular issue coins. Just beneath the portrait is the national motto, "In God We Trust," which continues to appear on modern U.S. coins today. Even though wear and discoloration may weaken the clarity, each element of the design still speaks to the traditional layout collectors are familiar with. On the reverse of the coin, we find Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia. This structure has been the centerpiece of the nickel design for decades. Even in blackened condition, the architectural lines of Monticello often remain recognizable, giving the coin a sense of depth and classic beauty. Above Monticello is the inscription E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. This motto reflects the unity of the nation and has been a key part of American symbolism since the earliest days of the country's coins. Below the building is the word Monticello, followed by 5 cents and United States of America. Your coin's blackened appearance comes from oxidation, chemical exposure, long-term handling, or environmental moisture. While this type of dark toning does not necessarily increase its monetary value, it can make the coin visually unique and fascinating from a collector's perspective, almost giving it an antique or relic-like appearance. A nickel from 1974 has now traveled through 50 years of pockets, cash registers, machines, wallets, and bags. The darkened tone is a natural result of its long journey through the hands of countless people. Each mark, scratch, and shade of discoloration is a chapter in the story of where this coin has been. Collectors often look closely at nickels like this to study how aging affects copper-nickel alloy over time. The dark tone can help highlight worn features, recessed areas, and high points, offering a deeper look into how the design handles decades of circulation. Although 1974 nickels are common in general, finding one in unusual condition, like a fully blackened surface, makes it stand out. It may not be rare, but it is distinctive, and many collectors enjoy adding unique condition coins to their personal collections. This coin also represents the economic landscape of the early 1970s, a time when cash was heavily used, and millions of people carried these coins daily. Holding a 1974 nickel lets you connect with that era of American life and the history it witnessed. The absence of a mint mark is typical for Philadelphia coins of this time, making your nickel a standard circulation piece. Still, the coin maintains importance for date and mint collectors who aim to complete every year of the Jefferson Nickel series. The darkened condition may draw curiosity from viewers, since toned or black coins often raise questions about chemical reactions, storage environments, or whether a coin was buried or exposed to extreme weather conditions over time. This coin teaches us that collectability isn't always about shine and perfection. Sometimes, the pieces with heavy wear, dark surfaces, and obvious aging are the most fascinating because they show the true life journey of currency used by everyday people. Even with discoloration, many features of the design can remain beautifully intact. Jefferson's portrait may still show hair details or a strong outline, and Monticello may retain architectural lines that reflect the artistry of the original engraver, Felix Schlag. For new collectors, coins like the 1974 nickel in unusual condition are a great way to learn about grading, metal reactions, minting history, and long-term circulation effects. These lessons build strong foundations for anyone entering the hobby. This coin also highlights the durability of U.S. nickels, which can survive decades of circulation and environmental exposure while still maintaining readable design elements. The metal's resilience is part of what makes older nickels fun to examine. Even though the coin may not hold high monetary value, it creates value in knowledge, curiosity, and appreciation for the small pieces of history that pass through our hands every day. For many collectors, that connection is priceless. Your 1974 nickel in black condition stands as a reminder that every coin has a story waiting to be told. Whether it was used in stores, passed through countless transactions, or spent years untouched in a forgotten place, it carries its history with it. Next up, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1975 with the D mint mark, a circulating piece of American history that has traveled through nearly 5 decades of everyday use. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but when you take a closer look, you'll realize it carries a rich blend of historical significance, design artistry, and the natural marks of time that make circulated coins uniquely personal. The 1975 Jefferson Nickel belongs to one of the longest-running series in U.S. coinage history. The Jefferson design, introduced in 1938, continues to this day and remains instantly recognizable to millions across the country. Even after decades, the 1975 nickel still showcases the timeless portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, reminding us of his contributions as a founding father and the third president of the United States. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark located just to the right of the portrait. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins for everyday circulation, making them a common sight, yet each one carries subtle differences born from its journey through countless hands, pockets, and transactions. On the obverse, Jefferson's profile appears with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," followed by the date 1975. In circulated condition, the features of the portrait may show softening or wear, but even with those marks of age, the design still reflects the strong character of Jefferson and the classic style engraved by Felix Schlag. Turning to the reverse side, the coin displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia, beautifully etched with clean architectural lines. Even though wear may have smoothed certain areas, the symmetrical shape and recognizable dome still stand firm, reminding collectors of Schlag's elegant and enduring design work. Above the building is the motto E Pluribus Unum, a phrase deeply rooted in the nation's identity, symbolizing unity among many states and people. Below Monticello, the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America remain vital parts of the structure of this classic coin. Because this coin is in circulated condition, it carries the natural marks of its long life. Scratches, smoothing, dull surfaces, and worn details tell the story of where this nickel has been, and these imperfections become part of the coin's unique identity. Every collector knows that circulated pieces have a personality of their own, shaped by real-world use rather than mint-state perfection. 1975 nickel like this one undoubtedly passed through thousands of transactions during its early decades: gas stations, grocery stores, shops, vending machines, and pockets around the country. Those years of active use are etched into every edge and surface, creating a living timeline captured in metal. This coin stands as a reminder of the economic and social life of the 1970s, a time of cultural change, shifting markets, and everyday life that relied heavily on physical currency. Holding such a coin connects us to that era, almost like a small time capsule resting in the palm of your hand. Collectors often appreciate circulated coins like this for the ease they bring when studying wear patterns. They help beginners understand how grading works, how the highest and lowest points of a design age over time, and how the metal reacts to circulation. This makes your 1975 D nickel an educational tool as well as a collectible. Even though circulated coins may not carry high monetary value, they hold tremendous historical and sentimental worth. They represent the working coins of the American people, coins that served a purpose, fulfilled a need, and reflect everyday life rather than being tucked away untouched. The Denver Mint has always been known for its large-scale coin production, and the 1975 D nickel is a strong representative of the Mint's reliable output. The D Mint mark is sought after by date and mint collectors who enjoy building complete sets of Jefferson nickels. The metal composition of this nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel, gives it durability and the ability to survive decades of wear. Even in circulated condition, many features remain legible and recognizable, showcasing the strength of its alloy and the resilience of its design. Circulated coins like this one often develop different tones, textures, and colors. Your 1975 D nickel may show areas of darkening, silver shine, or patchy wear, all of which reflect the environments it has moved through. These natural signs of life give the coin visual interest and individuality. The engraved details, even when softened, still tell a story. You may notice the contour of Jefferson's hair, traces of his cheekbone, or parts of the lettering that remain firm despite years of friction. On the reverse, the pillars of Monticello or the steps leading up to it may still show their outlines. Every coin you hold is a survivor of time, and this 1975 D nickel is no different. It has endured decades of handling, climate, and constant movement, yet it remains structurally strong and historically meaningful. That strength is part of what makes older U.S. nickels so fascinating to collectors. This coin also appeals to collectors who enjoy completing date ranges. A full set of Jefferson nickels includes many common years like 1975, but each piece contributes to the satisfaction of building a complete historical timeline. Circulated condition coins highlight the difference between pristine mint state examples and those that have lived a full life. Your coin stands proudly as a real-world artifact that tells the story of use rather than preservation. As you examine this nickel, imagine the paths it has taken, from the Denver Mint in 1975, to pocket change, to cash registers, to coin jars, and finally to your collection. Every mark and imperfection is a reminder of that journey. This 1975 D nickel may not be rare, but its connection to American history, everyday life, and decades of circulation gives it undeniable character. For many collectors, that character is what makes coin collecting truly rewarding.